Fireman, he's fireman. Fireman, he's fireman. Fireman.
Kaboom! Yes, and it's that time of an hour. Once again, it is 6:30 of your time, definitely, no doubt. A Monday, of course, definitely. It is Umlilo Fire Talks with LNG. Definitely, no doubt, it's upon CTV. Definitely, it is the Cape Town TV. No doubt for you, it is the People's Channel. Kandi, at this time of an hour, I'm calling all the ancients, the mothers. We talk about the matriarchs, the patriarchs, the ancient, them, the leaders, them. Let me just be specific. Can you call Elder Tabi, Mama B? Can you call also Papa Joe? Yeah, man. Come closer. Sit tight upon your chair there, pan upon your couches. Because right now, LNG inside the house is going to be reasoning. So basically, reasoner will be reasoning. We're going to be, yeah, man. In that kind of a reasoning with the elder, the ancient himself, Papa Ras. Yes, I am. Come nader. Yeah. Come nader, yeah. As a belief. My ancient, Rastafari greetings.
Blessed I know.
Rastafari greetings, elder.
Thanks.
A royal welcome, elder. I have to say that. Before me sit down, I have to say that I would say, appreciate your time for coming also, blessing us with your presence at Umlilo Fire Talks. May I say, royal greetings once
Rastafari.
again. Ancient, firstly, for all the people, I would say, I know now the Cape Town Massive, the world are asking this elder, talking to, I would say, Papa Ras. Who is Papa Ras when we are just talking to the world, telling the world, who is Papa Ras?
Elia, King Rastafari, Elia.
Selassie, King Rastafari.
I blessed my Lord through the powers of Rastafari from those days till this day.
True.
And I give thanks, my Lord, and he's still alive. Elia, Rastafari, Elia.
Selassie.
Also bless also the world through the powers with righteousness. Elia, Rastafari, Elia.
Selassie.
And I give thanks, my Lord, for the opportunity through the powers we had. Because we had no nice time in this Iowa through the powers of Rastafari, but only hardships and tears.
Same.
We did run for so long through the powers. When I get Rastafari on the road through the powers, nothing was easy. Elia, Rastafari, Elia.
Selassie, King Rastafari. My elder, I know now the massive are so much, when they see the ancient. I know from that time, people even from Chris Nissan Park, I know this time Chris Nissan Park, CNP people, they're so much in love with this one because I've seen you there and I said, I must have you inside here. But before we go forward, people would like to know, who is Papa Ras? What is the name of Papa Ras?
Eli, King Rastafari, Eli. I blesses the man, walketh not in the congregation of the ungodly, nor stay in the way of sinners,
Nor sit in
the seat of the scornful. But any light in the law of the Most High, and in his law he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree who planted by the rivers of waters, that bringeth forth his fruit in due seasons. His leaves also shall not wither. Whatever he doeth, he shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but is like chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in judgment, nor stand in congregation of the righteous. Because they'll know the way of the righteous, but the law of the ungodly shall surely perish. Eli, Rastafari, Eli.
Selassie, King Rastafari.
Through my Lord, give thanks for that name through the powers which the nation give to I through the powers of Rastafari.
Yes, ancient.
And it did rise in the days of apartheid.
Yes, ancient.
Through the powers. That is the time when I realized, Eli, Rastafari, Eli is the Almighty through the powers of Rastafari. And I blessed be through the powers of Rastafari, be that name of I and I. It's according I works.
Yes, ancient.
It's according I hard work. Papa was a hard worker. I did love to serve the nation. It is in my blood through the powers.
What kind of work, elder? For example, what kind of work were you doing at that time? The kind of job that you were doing?
By King through the powers of Rastafari, to get a job by the system, it was not easy for a Rastaman.
Exactly.
No, Papa. It was Babylon would make our life so difficult for us just because we wear dreadlocks. They don't want to cut our hair. They want us to cut our hair, but we don't want to cut hair because we make a covenant unto the Lord through the powers.
All right, this here, my ancient, it's a covenant for the elder.
Is a covenant.
We are going to reason more about those things, my
Yeah.
ancient, especially when it comes to the life the elder is living, the kind of challenges that you have gone through in life. But for us, as we move forward, we need also to understand the people so that the massive, because I understand Papa Ras, I
Yeah.
know, but I want the massive, the Cape Town massive, the massive to the world, to know Papa Ras. What is the name of Papa Ras?
Hail him, King Rastafari, and I blessed my Lord through the powers to can ask that question for I.
True.
Because it's long time through the powers.
That this name Papa Ras.
This name Papa Ras was covered in earth, like
It's
water
been-
covered the sea.
It's been more than 2 decades, like more than 20 years.
It's more than 40 years.
40 years,
Yes,
ancient.
more than 40 years, yes, true.
So, what was the name that the mother and the father of the elder gave?
Oh, that name which my mama, my papa gave me.
Yes, ancient.
Yeah, that's my real name which my mama gave me was Errol.
Errol.
They call me Errol.
Yes, ancient.
But that name was just when I was not a Rasta man.
True.
But the time when I rise Rasta, that name fall away.
True.
Yeah,
And
I-
which year do you think might be that? Which year do you think that this is the year I partaken the baton to say now I'm yarding as a Rasta man?
Hele Rastafari, hele I blessed my Lord, and I trod ancient days through the powers.
True.
This work of Rastafari
Yes, ancient.
is ancient work for I through the powers.
True.
And I also was also very young when I started this movement.
True. Would you say, elder, when you say very young, would you say that will be the 80s, maybe the 70s, or
That was the 80s.
the 80s?
This was the 80s, yes,
True.
when Rastafari rise
Like
here.
ancient in Cape Town, there's been a lot of challenges. I've been reasoning with young people here. They're talking about the drugs, the gangsterism in Cape Town. At that particular time, when you were taking this life or partaking to become a Rasta man, what kind of challenges would you say, look, Rastafari saved me from this particular life?
Hail him, King Rastafari.
It's the last year, King
I
Rasta.
blessed and I wisdom and knowledge and understanding through the powers.
True, my ancient.
Through my King, Rastafari was there for I through the powers in the early stages when I did rise.
True.
Because according to I works, which I need to do for the people, is to get out of Babylon, out of the system through the powers.
Before you go there, Ancient, I know the massive depan. I know you are now waiting to hear, right? Just sit tight. Don't move. Don't touch the dial because Cape Town TV 263, we still depan for you. Remember, Umlilo Fire Talks with LN to the G. Kaboom! Yes, I am. Papa Ras alongside. Better now.
Fireman, heat fireman. Fireman, heat fireman. Fireman.
Boom, bang, bang. That's what them say. Yes, I and I. Let me tell you this. We are inside Umlilo Fire Talks. And remember, it's not coming back. We are yarding forward, right? I know that you want to say so. My ancient, for many people right now, they've already now understand that we are yarding forward with the reasonings. When they talk with Papa Ras, especially coming to the level that we have been saying that Papa Ras tell the nation basically the time, especially the time when you partaking in this levity, what mainly Rastafari would say, look, Rastafari have saved I and I. You know,
Really, aye.
because in Cape Town there's been guns like this, shooting in this time, there's been drugs all over the spaces. But because I've partaken this levity of Rastafari, are there, I would say, any kind of moments like that you would say?
Eli Rastafari, Eli. I blessed my Lord. Yes, in this time through the powers of Rastafari,
Yes, Ancient.
our liberty is out of course through the powers of Rastafari.
Oja.
That's what Babylon do to us. Babylon want those see us to have a good life to live. Eli Rastafari, Eli. Babylon is here to scatter us all around through the powers. Babylon don't respect Rastaman in this time through the powers of Rastafari. Babylon just respect his own laws, but Rastafari laws, he does obey actually through the powers. When we yard also the guns are also through the powers of Rastafari, He also created heaven and earth. When he also created the Ganza tree also, he said also it was very good. That tree, which is prohibited for Ainai to use. But Jaja said that tree is very good for Ainai to use.
Now, my elder, quickly, I want just to bring back 1 second because I know that the massive can see now I'm struggling to, because I'm reasoning with the elder, right? Yeah, man. I want to come to reason basically on the year that you, because that time that you became a Rastaman, there were a lot of challenges around you, right? People who might have been sort of, there were people that were going to work, doing their, I would say, daily jobs, you know, and you becoming a Rastaman, there was also a lot of challenging maybe that you might have seen on your life. But I'm trying to gather on that. Was there any challenges that you, I would say, that you faced when you became a Rastaman?
Eliai, King Rastafarian Eliai. For I now King through the powers, nothing was easy to become a Rastaman through the powers of Rastafari.
Yes, sir.
Because that was in apartheid when I rise Rastaman. True. And that life of Ainai became so scary that even a child, if you see even see the Rastaman, the child gets so confused that the child even run away for a Rastaman.
Because they fear this.
They fear
this image.
The spirit of Ainai through the powers.
True.
Even a child can feel also that spirit of Ainai is alive.
True.
That's why you need fear when you see a Rastaman through the powers. That is one of the challenges we face.
No, now, leader, when you were rising up here in Cape Town, in which area was that? Like Vate Plek?
By King through the powers, we rise most Rastaman from Cape to Cairo.
Yes, I and I.
Eli Christopher.
You got that? Cape to Cairo.
Things start here.
True.
And we blow it all over the world through the powers, this word of Rastafari.
Blowing the trumpet.
We did blow, and we did even the bingi. The
Yes,
bingi order also. We did also the beat, also the drums.
True, Angel.
Also let the concrete life of the tribe of Judah, let him rise, let him shine, let the nation can see who's God in this Iowa through the powers. True. God in his kingly character through the powers is now with I and I.
Now at that time, Ancient, because now you are coming to a point to tell I and I, like, this is like at the time you're rising, it has been in the time of the apartheid times. And one would understand that during the 80s, as you say, it was truly like the time of the apartheid time. But one I would like to understand, like, how was your family taking this? Because some young people out there who are rising now up as Rastas would find that they are rising within the families whereby you'd find that it's a Rasta family already. Now, at your time, your mother and your father were not Rastas. So how was that kind of reception? What for you?
I, my bro, through the powers, man. When my family side me, bro, my father, especially when my father side me, my father was very quiet. Through making, my father did got no understanding what I'm busy with.
When you say he was very quiet, he was more like angry, elder.
He was very quiet.
Oh, quiet?
Yes, he was very quiet.
Okay.
He just looked me like this. He never knew what I'm talking about now.
More like shocked?
He was shocked, me bro. What's wrong with this child now?
This child don't want
This child don't want to comb hair anymore. This child don't want to eat anything more. This child don't eat anything anymore.
No eggs.
They got now a problem with me. They said, no, what is wrong with this child? The child don't eat nothing, but only Rasta things. He prepare for him now.
This is what is happening to each and every family out there, Pan. When you got your child in your house starting to be a Rasta man, each and every parent, mother, father, definitely they get shocked. So yes, if you are a youth out there, Pan, rising to be Rasta man, overstand your parents and your mothers, your fathers, when they get shocked. Try to teach them, show them the light. Any which way, my ancient.
What they just need making through the power, so the love. The love is the key to heaven. See, Nai? if I don't go to love for ons ademos, man. That's what the world need now, actually, at this moment, is love.
Would you say, Elder, what was, ek wil net, hoe kan ek sê, was there any example would you say maybe that this is what your father was saying to you in towards this shock?
My king, through the powers, you will never believe me, bro, man. What my father did say to me, my bro. Eli Rastafarian was good, my king. My father did say to me, my child, if you know what you're busy with, then it is very good for you through the powers. But if you don't know what you're busy with, then it's going to be a problem for you.
As the father is saying that, my father, if my son, what you are doing is good, then it will be definitely good for you. And if you don't know, what you do, I will just say now, go find knowledge and attitude. Remember, the love of Jah. Some people say love of God. It gives you 101%. Kaboom! Yes, I and I. Right again, we come straight unto you. Lingu patelo kosh. Imanjalo. Muni. Munoni dai. Patent directly. Muni as a belief.
Fireman, eat fireman. Fireman.